Two grown men have never seen The Simpsons. It's America's barley basket.
Think of that, like back in the day, if you were paying, I mean, a lot of games were $50 new in 1990, but a lot, like Mario 3 was 60. You might have had a job that paid $3.75 an hour if you were a high schooler. Saving up $60 for a video game. Good God. After taxes, that's like 25 hours of work.
You gotta carry a lot of groceries to play Mario 3.
Man, you fucking know you. Back then, if you didn't know, if you were just winging a prayer, this sounds like an interesting game. 60% chance that game sucked.
Yeah.
God, because I don't know about you, I rented a lot of video games as a kid. Because you don't have any fucking money when you're 9. How many games did you rent that's like, this is just broke?
This is terrible. Yep.
Did someone spill juice in this Nintendo game?
rented every so often because the fucking lady in town who cut hair rented VHSs and Nintendo games.
That's great.
Had a shelf on her wall.
No shit.
That's
it wasn't at the gas station, huh?
Nope, the gas station didn't start renting movies until the DVD days. And that lady who cut hair in town didn't have a storefront. It was at her house. She just built a little wire shelf. Like, I don't know, you want to play slalom? Yeah, I do.
How many games do you
skiing.
figure she had to pick from?
Oh, it's tough to fucking remember. I'd say a dozen. Like, the Nintendo was a big thing.
A dozen?
And probably 35 VHS tapes.
It's so rare I can feel like someone else is the rube in a conversation.
Oh, that's not true. You fucking bust on me for where I grew up all the time.
That's true. Holy shit. So did you play them all? You had to have.
I don't know, because like we were buying a relatively decent amount of Nintendo games, and you and your buddies were swapping all the time. Like you would borrow Nintendo games from your pals. Like
at peak Marlin NES collection, how many games are in it?
Oh, 50?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a nice collection.
At some point, I got a hold of the Funko Land mail order catalog, which sold used NES games through the mail. So, like, I was buying $3 video games through the catalog.
Oh, interesting.
So that's how you end up with a collection.
Yeah. Huh. And like, was this from some side hustle, or was it just like, Mom, look where we're at?
Yeah, that one.
I need something to do.
Yeah.
There are far worse things for me to do.
Moms, what's the Nintendo budget this month?
You're crunching the numbers.
Yep. You plead your case. You get approved to get the Blues Brothers for $3. It's fucking terrible, and you play the shit out of it because it's the one you have.
Yeah, there were so many Nintendo games that it's just like, well, literally I would play it for 10 minutes and it's like, this is just the worst game ever made.
Oh, I would bang my head against terrible games just to play, you know, like
if you purchase it,
I have to play it.
If you purchase it, it's different. Yep.
Totally.
Couple bad games too. Once I figured out the intricacies of it, perfectly playable.
Sure would have been nice to have the internet. Like, what am I supposed to do?
They'd make you pay $12 for a big paperback book on the secrets of that game.
Oh my God. Yeah. Or you hope they cover it in Nintendo Power magazine.
Did you ever have a subscription?
Hell no. I could maybe talk Ma into one a year at the grocery store.
Subscribe to any magazines as a child.
I had Sports Illustrated for Kids in my youth, and I had Sports Illustrated for Big Boys and Metal Edge in my teenage years. I got to get this sweet fold-out drowning pool poster.
I hope at one point
they're going to interview the 3 unknown members of Soil next month. I can't wait.
The 4th most relevant percussionist in Slipknot.
There was a time I could have built a Slipknot percussionist tier list as far as who could we lose? Like how far can we cut before we start hitting bone?
How many members of Slipknot at any given time were there? 10?
9.
9? No shit.
And there were 8 for a bit before they replaced Paul Gray after he died.
So I wonder what was the bigger band, Slipknot or Peak Lynyrd Skynyrd?
That's tough.
Skynyrd, we got a podcast. We got the time. You had the lead singer. At one point, you had 3 electric guitarists. They had 3 guitar players.
That's too many.
And a bass. We're already up to 5. Drummer is 6. Piano player 7. And there were 2 backup singers. The women, 2 or maybe 3 backup female singers. So Skynyrd was 9 or 10 deep, like ska band level, you know, and not a horn amongst them.
God, you ever go see Real Big Fish live? You're like, how many fucking people are on this stage?
I always think about those third wave ska bands when they were starting out, like, when you're a fucking DIY local band, your fucking profit margin's so pitiful, but they got to split it 11 ways, you know?
Yep. Yeah, Local H only has to split it 3 ways. Real Big Fish has 11 members.
I think you're even giving. I think Local H was a 2-piece.
Is it a 2-piece?
They're a 2-piece, yeah. God, maybe that's dang. If you look at it, goddamn it. If you look at it, Local H notwithstanding, because they were like mid-90s, the explosion of 2-piece bands also parallels the explosion of gas prices. Guitar player, what do you think? We're made of money?
Motherfucker, we can't afford to split it this many ways.
Hey, well, you're going to have to do guitar and bass. I don't think that's how it works. I think we got to pick one.
Like, you almost have to have a drummer. A drummer is almost non-negotiable.
Yeah.
You need a drummer who can sing and a guitarist who can also play keyboard. I don't know how else to do it.
Or, I mean, there's some local like cover bands that have a drum machine, but yeah, that's
sure. Yeah,
you're not going to make it to the top of. You're not going to be on the cover of Metal Edge if you have a drum machine. I have a little more variety in my magazine. Young Nathan had a subscription to the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe magazine.
Oh,
I've always wanted to find a copy that. What the fuck was it about?
Yeah.
Was like exciting new techniques to play with action figures.
Try making them wrestle. No, we got that.
Already got the
Listen, I'm way ahead of you.
Have them fight your Transformers. Did that almost immediately. I should write for this magazine.
It's all you sending in suggestion letters.
I know I wrote a letter. I remember that as a little kid.
Amazing.
I remember handwriting a letter and begging my mom to send it. I had Boyz Life magazine because I was briefly a Boy Scout. Oh, fuck. Sports Illustrated for kids. And then one Christmas, my mom accidentally subscribed me to Sports Illustrated, like when I was like probably a little too young. I liked it, but like, boy, that swimsuit issue rolled in at the perfect time.
Oh, boy.
Just getting me sprung. I'm feeling feelings.
Damaging these jeans.
Yeah. Got blown off like a Benny Hill sketch. Pew!
Oh, shit.
I subscribed to I subscribed to Spin. That was my alt-rock magazine of choice. Was Spin.
God, you were a big magazine boy.
Mm-hmm. We were a magazine family.
I believe that.
My mom, to this day, my mom subscribes to Reader's Digest and like Mom's Week or one of those magazines.
Holy shit, I hope it's called Mom's Week.
What my mom pointed out, like all those women's magazines of that ilk, not like fashion, but like mom type shit, they're fucking giveaway price. Because if you look through it, legit 70% ads.
Oh, of course.
It's like reading the goddamn throwaway newspaper in the entry of a gas station. It's all classifieds.
Yeah. Nothing but classifieds. Boy, they're selling a lot of corn headers.
Yeah. In Red Book.
Yep. Red Book corn header.
I subscribe to what has to be the most fucking alternative rock magazine of all time called Huh? And
God damn it.
The Try Hard leaked from the cover of that magazine.
I'll bet.
And each issue in the magazine was weirdly sized because it has to be. It was like, picture a normal magazine that was 2 inches wider. So it was like a perfect square. Such a pain in the dick to read.
It's like a vinyl with a gatefold.
Yeah. And the thing was, it came with a CD, like a sampler CD. And I remember thinking, that's kind of cool. And then I got the bill. I was like, fuck this. It was like $100 a year. Like, no, I'm not going to do this.
No.
I should look back at some of those samplers. The one thing that always sticks in my head is who sang Closing Time? They're actually a Minnesota band. Semisonic. They were on there 3 years before that Closing Time.
Ah, that's fun.
And I remember thinking, God damn, this is a catchy song. I hope these guys can make it.
And here we are.
This took them a while. Everyone
and they
blossoms.
Made it with one song.
Yeah. And God damn it, I'll give them credit. They had other good singles that just went nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. They're, who's a band I think we both agree on this? Maybe not. Fastball.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The Way is a fucking outstanding song.
And I think all their other singles are good. They had 4 or 5 super catchy songs.
What's the other one that I would know? Like, what's number 2 on the list?
Oh,
I can't think of it.
Kind of a slower piano-led one called Out of My Head.
That's the one.
Yep, fucking
That's
great song.
Yeah.
Yep. They came to Ribfest one year, and to those that aren't from the Red River Valley, Ribfest is a place where you can pay $5 to see a band on the asphalt in the summer while people are slowly dying from rib consumption.
Yep. Everyone has eaten 4,000 calories of smoked hog, and now they're going to see Everclear for $5.
The phrase meat sweats is overused. When people are dying of meat poisoning.
Yep. They are so filled with pork. I love Ribfest.
I think it's a fine place. There's so many bands where it's like, okay, $5. I will go for $5
Will I pay $5 to see Warrant for the 8th time? Yes. Yes, I will. Will I fill myself with barbecue sauce and then cry a little during Sometimes She Cries? Yeah, probably.
Will I butcher the lyrics to Uncle Tom's Cabin? Yes.
He talks real fast in some of them parts.
Telling that exact phrase to a stranger.
Yeah, a strange woman beside me.
Because you're self-conscious. That's a really fast part.
I refuse to finish eating the ribs. I got a mouthful of barbecue rib. No, put the bodies in the wish as well. I got barbecue sauce running down my front.
I think he's crying.
Coleslaw in my hair.
He didn't even order coleslaw. He came from home like that.
He brought coleslaw to this barbecue fest.
You were in your car pre-gaming sides.
I'm just slamming baked beans and cornbread and coleslaw.
You're going to pay $4 for coleslaw like an asshole?
I'm just here for the meat. walking around with a beef rib. There's always one place that sells beef ribs.
Yeah.
So you got this big fucking Flintstone rib.
That might be the most delicious thing. It always looks so goddamn ridiculous. I don't want to fuck with it.
Oh, it's so delicious though. Yeah, beef ribs are fucking great, but it's you're just eating a roast.
Yeah.
You're eating a pot roast on a stick at the end of the day is what you're doing.
Even pork ribs, it's hard to be dignified eating those, but a beef rib is just
Pretty tough to eat ribs on a first date.
yeah. Boy, I would tip my hat to a woman that ordered them though. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
you are a bold woman.
I'm going to call this girl back. We're going to do this again. What other slop ass foods can I take her out to? See how far she'll go. She's eating chili with her hands.
All you can eat chicken wings. Fuck yeah.
Let's do this. I got a technique. I can strip a chicken wing one-handed pretty clean.
I gotta use my teeth like a goddamn animal, but my wing strategy is one hand stays clean the whole time.
Absolutely. One hand getting all fucked up eating wings. Other hand always holding the napkin for dabbing.
When the first time a dirty hand grabs a beer glass, all is lost. That fucking beer glass is gonna be so goddamn slippery. It's over. You gotta have a clean hand.
Can't be doing that. I'll eat a whole fucking plate of wings and only dirty like the first knuckles on my first two fingers and thumb. It's all super graphic tongue action.
Never breaking eye contact with the server as you're stripping your bones.
They're over at a different table and I'm just staring at them.
You're aggressively handling so they can hear it. Burning your fingers on the drummies, you don't care. You're making a statement.
Here for a good time, not for a long time. Accidentally fucking get too intense, accidentally eat the fucking moist towelette.
Yeah. Speaking of Ribfest, I see Eve 6 is there this year. They're a fucking Ribfest veteran.
I've got a buddy who's a legit Eve 6 fan. Not just that one song, but like knows Eve 6 deep cuts. He's a big fan.
Eve 6, very good follow on Twitter.
Absolutely, 100%.
That guy is in on it. He does not have any delusions as to where he is in life.
Every once in a while when he and Patton Oswalt start taking jabs at each other, that's good fun. Do you like the Heart in a Blender song? That guy's having fun.
Yeah. A mutual friend of ours was just at a taco fest, and the double twin bill of music, night 1, Vanilla Ice.
Nice.
Night 2, fucking Smash Mouth.
Sans the front man? Did they replace him?
There is not grass growing on that grave plot yet. that man has been, you can measure his death in weeks.
Yeah.
You can't mourn forever.
That fella ain't cold yet, and here they are fucking playing shows. They should lean in and like get big name guest vocalists for the shows. You know, like if they have if they get on a big festival lineup or something, they should go all fucking out and like recruit fucking Chad Kroger or Dave Grohl to be the fucking front man.
Someone with a good set, Jack Black.
Sure, totally. Yep, Jack Black.
If he was in town, they do this in L.A., he does that, I bet, just for a goof.
I think Dave Grohl would do it. Dave Grohl seems like a good time guy. Seems like he's here for fun.
It's like with Smash Mouth, when Smash Mouth came out, they were no different than Cake. They were this oddball, unique sound. They weren't a joke yet, you know? Like, and then they just started cranking out.
Then Shrek happened.
Then Shrek happened. God, it's too bad they didn't. That behind the music wasn't around for. That'd be such a great cut.
I will. Like that, when you say "and then Shrek happened," that's when it like goes black and white, freeze frame, and the camera does a pan in and a Dutch angle,
just on Shrek's face
as the colors invert. I will stand by Smash Mouth's "Walkin' on the Sun" as being a legit banger.
Yep.
That song, if that song came on right now, I would fucking bop along. That song is so good.
That's why, like in my head, that's The Distance. That's their Cake. Hey, this is an interesting sounding band, like Smash Mouth is real organ heavy. That seemed right.
A lot of keys. Yep, yeah. A lot of keyboard in those songs. God, that song is good. And then it's like, All Star and I'm a Believer and all these fucking Shrek songs were such a bummer.
Then they sold out to the ogre.
Yeah.
Is that what Shrek
Everybody
is?
pays the ogre.
Shrek and ogre?
Yep.
I don't know my Shrekology that well.
I have only ever seen the first one.
Yep. I remember thinking it was a perfectly fine movie,
Yep. I remember enjoying it. I remember Shrek being the first in what became the standard of there's enough jokes in this kids movie for the adults to get, so everybody likes it.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was kind of one of that and maybe that might have been the first. Does that seem like the first, like you're saying, big budget kids animated thing that had plenty of laughs for the adults? Or maybe the Toy Story movies, but yeah.
I don't know that there's much in there for the adults.
You're right, yeah.
Those Pixar movies, I think, were pretty laser focused. Those Pixar movies now aim at us more than
that's
more than
what I'm thinking.
Then.
Yep, you're right though. Probably not. I don't know if I've ever seen Toy Story, so I was just assuming they came out of the gate aiming at adults.
Yeah, no, I've only ever seen the first one. I think there's 4 of those goddamn movies. Yep. I've only ever seen one when I was a kid.
In Shrek 2. Someone can quickly Wikipedia search this to prove me wrong, but I'm pretty sure Cameron Diaz holds the record for best paying role in a movie if you figure it out by minute spent working on it for her voice work in Shrek 2.
Oh, sure.
She got $8 million and she was there for 3 days.
She was in the booth for a long weekend and took home $8 million.
If they figured it out, she made $190,000 a minute. Just so amazing. Just to be in your sweatpants, drinking a coffee, just oh no, Shrek, don't do that, or oh Shrek, now you've done it. I don't know what she talks about.
I like that every line has the word Shrek in it.
She's just fucking Wilma Flintstone.
Yeah, she only exists to be a compliment to Shrek.
What are you getting up to now, Shrek?
Shrek, put down the gun. They just want to talk.
It doesn't have to end this way, Shrek.
We can look forward to that in 100 years, finally hitting the public domain and people making that movie.
We could have the violent, bloody Shrek standoff.
Shrek takes hostages.
Yeah. Is Puss in Boots on his side, or is he the cop sent to take out Shrek once and for all?
Oh, Puss in Boots might be the negotiator.
Yeah.
But a grizzled one with nothing left to lose. They're gonna have that scene where Shrek is pointing the gun at Puss in Boots. And Puss in Boots takes a step forward and puts the gun to his own head. Do it, Shrek.
I was thinking it was in fucking The Fugitive, I didn't kill my wife, and then him, I don't care.
It's Puss in Boots doing the Tommy Lee Jones line. Yep.
And then fucking,
and it's still Antonio Banderas' voice somehow. It's AI generated.
And then Shrek fucking,
I don't care.
He falls down a fucking gumdrop waterfall or whatever. If I'm going to write this, I better learn a little more about the Shrekiverse.
Kill donkey. I don't care. Oh, fuck.
I wonder if The Fugitive holds up. I bet it does.
I've never seen The Fugitive.
Oh, fuck. It's pretty good. That's
what I've always heard. I mean, I know that scene, obviously, because everybody knows that scene.
I bet if you look back, The Fugitive was a top 5 grossing movie in whatever year it came out. Could you imagine that now?
Nope.
Like, dude, I don't think enough dads go to movies.
No, not enough laser eyes in it.
Yeah, right.
There's one of my only like cultural touchstones for The Fugitive, other than that line, that scene, is there's an episode of Scrubs where the janitor is he's always messing with JD. That's their dynamic, and JD, which is the Zach Braff character, is watching television in the break room, and it's The Fugitive, and the guy who plays the janitor is in The Fugitive. He has one line. He's just like, Kimball, and he points a gun at him, and then he gets away. And so in Scrubs, Zach Braff then sees that and is like, wait a minute, was the janitor an actor? Like the janitor's backstory is a big mystery in the show. And so the rest of the episode is just him being like, I don't understand. Were you an actor? Like, because it's the same act. Like, it's a fun meta thing.
Yeah, I did not know that. That's awesome.
That's a very fun meta thing for a sitcom to do.
Is his character's name always the janitor?
The janitor. You never learn his name.
That's a nice touch.
And they even try to like do it as a fan service loose end in the final episode. Like, he tells JD his real name, and it's like this sweet moment, and JD goes walking away, and then someone else walks into screen and calls him a different name, and he responds to it. Like, so he just fucks with everyone, apparently.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah, that's a good show. I like that show.
That same actor, he's one of those guys that picked up another sitcom that was on ABC and involved kids and a marriage.
Yeah, he was the dad on some sitcom.
Yeah, lasted 9 seasons or something insane like that.
Yeah, probably lasted longer than Scrubs.
Yeah. Fucking probably. And go out tonight and shake down people at the bar and ask anyone if they ever saw that show. They will look like, what are you talking about? Like,
that's not a real show.
Are they somehow using these fucking TV shows as a way to fucking hide fucking illicit money? Like,
I mean, The Simpsons did that episode, right?
Oh yeah.
like name all these shows from the USA Network, and he does. Now, have you ever seen them? Well, no. Do you know anyone who's seen them?
Yeah, go find the person you know that loves the show Psych.
I was gonna say Suits. Yeah. We're pretty close.
Netflix must have somehow got in deep with Suits, because they push that fucking shit on me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You just watched a fucking National Geographic special on fucking panda bears. Now watch Suits. God, they're always on me about Suits. Yeah.
You watching a lot of panda bear documentaries? You got to send me a link to these. I'll watch a panda bear documentary.
I'm a mark for good nature shit. I like that.
Oh, totally.
Good background shit.
That's from my childhood. Fucking PBS documentaries about African wildlife.
One of the few things that my dad would watch that I liked was nature shit.
Yep, totally.
Yeah, or until it got late enough that Cheers reruns would come on.
No, when we just had a regular old antenna TV when I was a kid, like, it was mostly left on PBS.
Oh, no shit.
Like, you don't watch this until it got to like Nova or something that was too boring.
Think of how intelligent you'd be if you would have watched all that shit. Because yeah, we were the same way. We weren't watching Nova.
Yeah.
Fucking Frontline makes some of the best fucking news documentaries, and no one gives a shit.
Yeah. How long was Ken Burns making documentaries before any of us started caring? And now he's a household name.
Yeah. Slaving away in complete anonymity.
Yeah. And then the guy makes one fucking show about baseball, and now he's the king of the documentaries.
And someone probably had to get hit in the nuts with a foul ball for anyone to give a shit.
Yeah, that clip made its way around, and then everybody was like, "This is a pretty nice voice this guy's got." And now he's now he's the documentarian.
And finally, one voice is like, "This is actually good."
Yeah,
you can watch past the part where the guy gets hit in the nuts.
Keep watching; it's good.
God, I do remember being a kid and watching the baseball one and fucking loving it.
I've never seen a Ken Burns documentary.
Oh, I think his first one of some renown was that giant ass Civil War one he did.
Yeah, I want to say that was the first.
What an interesting relationship. This fucking somehow gets PBS to cut these checks for him. But I guess where the fuck else are you going to air them? They're like a 7-part, 14-hour documentary about the Civil War. Like,
there was a time you could have gone to the History Channel, but they're too busy airing ghost hunting shows and talking about space alien make-em-ups. They're not going to fucking
I need to know
air anything with some real calories in it.
Who's winning the storage wars?
Oh, God.
Did Daryl Sheets win?
I hate that you know the names of people on Storage Wars.
Did the guy that goes, "Yup," win? The Battle
Never
of the
seen an
Loma
episode.
Linda storage locker auction
Jesus
of
Christ.
2008. Someone needs to get a degree in storage war history.
That could be your lower third one day on the bottom of the screen being interviewed. Storage Wars expert.
Yeah. When Ryan and Tammy showed up that fateful afternoon, little did they know a storage auction bloodbath was on their hands. Daryl Sheets' son, Reggie, couldn't make it, so he was doing double duty.
Once Dale went through his divorce and started wearing the hat, that's when the show started going downhill. That's the indicator. If you see an episode where Dale's got a hat, that's no good.
He lost his zest for storage auctions.
Skip to the next one. It's like a buddy of mine when I first wanted to get into watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. I watched a few episodes in season 1, and I was like, I don't know, man. I don't get it. People say this show's good, but it's not hooking me. He's like, nah, you gotta wait. Once Riker's got a beard, then you're in the good stuff. That's the indicator.
I didn't know there was a time he didn't have a beard.
Oh, yeah. He's baby shaved in them first 2 seasons.
Before we get too far past Storage Wars.
Oh, of course. Yes. No, by all means, hit the brakes.
I want to let everyone know, if you're down in the dumps, you've had a rough run of things, life's not going your way, you're not thrilled with what you're doing financially, physically, whatever, and you want to feel better about yourself.
Oh, boy.
Go to a storage unit auction. The goddamn goblins that come out to those, you will feel so much better about yourself. It's insane what some of these people are willing to go outside looking like. In the fact that any of them have a driver's license, it is out of control. Amazing. Like, it
Holy
is so many siblings that have to be fucking. That's a thought that just came into my head. I was like, there are so many siblings that are acting like couples right now.
Oh no!
Like, brother, sister, brother, sister. Didn't matter. It's
They're like the McPoyles.
yeah, or maybe they're not even they're just weird. Like the McPoyles, they sleep in the same bed and they're 52-year-old twin brothers or something. Like,
Drink way too much milk.
that, oh my God. If I would have watched someone just crushing a room temp half gallon, a half and half, I wouldn't even have flinched. That adds up. I wouldn't expect.
You've been to a storage unit auction.
Oh God, yeah, I've been to several.
Of course.
I had a buddy that got big into it, but to his credit, he got into it. You want to talk about being a degen? He was doing this shit before the show.
Oh fuck, he's an OG.
Yeah, because he's like, the show ruined it. He's like, you're never going to get a steal anymore because there's too many people.
Oh, of course,
here.
Yeah.
Yep. And he also says everyone that does it. Fucking of the 20 people that buy a storage unit, 19 never do again because they have no fucking grasp of how much work it is.
Yeah.
It's like, you
They
came
have
here
no plan.
You fucking drove a Chevy Cruze here. You got to clean this thing out. Like, there is 3 roll-off trucks worth of garbage in there. You can bring that back to your apartment.
I wonder what is the system they have in place, because they have to have one. So I'm renting a storage unit and I stop paying and drop off the radar. So they cut the fucking lock off and auction it to you. You buy it. You go through there, grab what precious little valuables there are, and just fuck off and never touch it again. Now what? They're not going to sell it again. You got to be on the hook somehow.
I don't know what they could do to you, though. I bet you're just blackballed from ever buying anything at the auction again, would be my guess.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's the penalty.
That's just a shitty day for the guy that manages that set of storage lockers. Like, fuck these people. And I have to have it cleaned out by the end of the month because we got new people renting it, like. Or
does he just shut it again, ban that guy, and try to sell it next month?
But the only reason I don't think so, but maybe the handful I've been to doesn't mean this is how the entire industry works. They don't do auctions nearly that often.
Oh, okay.
They do like a 6-month or even a yearly. So,
and as much as a fucking storage unit costs, like, it's probably well worth his time to kill an afternoon shoveling shit out of it in order to get a paying customer in there. I rented a storage unit for several years. I bet that was $130 a month.
Oh, no shit.
To be fair, nice complex, locking gates, keypad, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But have you ever found yourself in need of a storage unit, or have you just gone to auctions?
No, I've once in my mid-20s had a storage unit, and I did not have a good one. I think ours was $50 a month, and I was outraged that it was that expensive.
Of course you were. Was it fenced in or open to the public?
Pretty sure open, at least most daytime hours, and that fence did not take much to climb.
What I always think of, and this isn't going to mean anything to anybody outside of Fargo, so I'm sorry, but like those ones barely on the Fargo side of the river on Main Avenue, across from where they're doing all that new building, what must those cost? How often must those get fucking broken into? They look like you could just push your hand through one of the walls.
Yeah. The sheetrock has seen better days.
Insanity. Those buildings have been falling down for 20 years.
I bet you could just Godzilla through one of the walls and that thing.
Totally. Just fucking Shockmaster right through the end unit.
Even if there's a stud, it's probably so rotten it'll hurt.
Oh yeah, you're gonna know it, but
you're not gonna knock yourself out though.
I wonder if what keeps them from getting broken into is just the assumption of there can't be anything good in there, because who would put something good in there?
Yeah.
Like, you could probably put gold bars in there and sleep soundly at night.
Or all the hardened criminals have been scared straight by some unspeakable thing they saw in one. just one was just full of baby food jars full of teeth. These are grown men's teeth.
At least one grisly murder, one blood eagle hanging up in one of them.
Oh. That Texas Chainsaw Massacre bullhorn through the skull's mouth, all that's in there, just swinging from a piece of fishing line.
That's the day you stop robbing storage units.
Yeah. I'm gonna start fucking doing white collar crime.
I'm gonna get my GED. I think
I'm gonna start stealing Social Security numbers.
I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna go to night school.
Am I young enough to go to the army?
That sets you back on the straight and narrow. Get your life back on track.
Those storage units changed my life.
Fast forward 6 years, you're very happy you have a good coding job and a lovely wife.
You're speaking at your high school's commencement.
I was on a pretty dark path until I broke into the wrong storage unit.
What was my rock bottom? Glad you asked.
You wouldn't think it, but human lungs are big when you stretch them out like that.
Unit 14C, I'll never forget. Getting back to storage unit auctions, my buddy who got into that, he always said, like, the show is such a myth. He's like, I've known millions of people that have done these auctions. Like, no one's ever got this. Oh, man, there's a Picasso amongst all these fucking beat up Bud Light posters. But his one big score, he said it was just he's like, I bought it because he's like, I saw some kind of cool looking, might be valuable stuff, but it was going to be so much work. He said it was so packed with shit. And he's like, the stuff I wanted was trash. I think it was like golf clubs that were just beat to shit, and they're garbage. Golf clubs are garbage once they get all beat up, you know. And then he's like fucking just mad at himself because like this is going to be a full day's work. And then fucking underneath all this shit, kind of hidden in the corner, 7 deer rifles.
Oh, nice.
So he's like fucking, I fucking like turned $250 and, you know, $2,000 worth of guns, you know, and some other tools and shit that he kept for himself. But that got me thinking, if you fucking go to a storage unit and you fucking find a dozen guns, is the protocol, you know, I don't hunt like I used to. Could you just throw a dozen guns in the back seat of your car and drive home? Cop pulls you over. As long as they're visible, you're okay?
Depends on the state. In North Dakota, sure, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's a number of guns that would set off an alarm in North Dakota.
Well, it used to be when I was, you know, hunting, you know, back home, when you got done hunting, you just take the bullet out of the chamber and then fucking, you know, lock it back up or close the fucking bolt and you were good. Do you even have to do that anymore? Can you just drive around with loaded guns? Like,
I don't know. I don't know the real answer to that.
Or the flip side, let's say if you live in like Connecticut or California, I bet buying and transporting guns, you're one mistake away from going to jail. Like,
for the rest of your life. Yeah. Meanwhile, I sold a few guns a couple of years ago. You know what I did? Walked into the sporting goods store with them. Yeah. Just like I've sold probably half a dozen just in a double armful, like firewood. Just walked in, went upstairs to where the guns are, like, and just was like, I have some money for these. Yep.
Oh, I figured maybe you had some cases that you could fucking transport shit in.
I think I had like 2 cases, but I had 6 or 8 guns to sell. So there was plenty of just out in the open. It's a weird feeling. It's a very strange feeling to just be like, I guess I'll just walk into this store with these guns.
I feel weird walking into Walmart with a toaster oven I'm going to return.
Right, exactly.
Let alone
I shouldn't
a
have this.
Not, let alone a semi-automatic rifle.
Yeah, because I even asked my one buddy who's super into guns. He was helping me out through all this, and I was like, "Are you sure?" I bet I asked him a dozen times. Are you sure that we can just walk in here? He's like, "Yeah, Marlon. Yes, we're walking in. Okay,
I assure you, we can do this." You're in the fucking girls' fucking clothing section, just walking around with a rifle.
I'm looking around at women's shoes.
I need to find an employee. then you get stuck reading the presidential facts on all those goddamn fucking statues.
Yeah, all those bronze presidents throughout the store.
Hey, look, James Buchanan's middle name's Boner. Put that gun down. Oh, shit.
I'm dilly-dallying, like not just going straight to the gun section.
Ooh, Ferris wheel.
Fudge, I think.
Seeing you on the Ferris wheel eating fudge holding a rifle would be so great.
Of all those things, the one I have the most problem with is riding the Ferris wheel. I don't like heights. So
as long as you could shoehorn me into it, I'll ride a Ferris wheel all night long.
I don't know, I'm scared of them.
Yeah. Panic and try to climb down.
Never been on a Ferris wheel.
Oh no! I went on one of the big gargantuan ones at at a proper like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember where I was, but it is fucking weird when you're at the top and they stop it. You know, because they're letting someone.
Stop it?
They got to let someone else on. You know. And I was like, huh. Sure.
Don't like this.
This is just hooked up to an old tractor. I'm rural enough. I know that old tractors break down a lot. Uh-huh. That's just one belt running that whole thing.
How much faith am I putting in the Massey Ferguson Corporation right now?
Did the man with the face scabs check that belt? I have a hunch he did not.
Oh shit!
More concerned about the belt tied around his forearm.
Boy, you're in tough shape if you need to take a tractor belt to tie off to shoot some horse.
Man, I need to go to a fair and just look around. I haven't looked a carny in the eye in a while.
Something you need to do every so often to maintain balance.
Yeah. I bet a carny tries to divert eye contact quick.
Oh, I'll bet.
I bet they're very uncomfortable if you just keep staring at them.
I feel like most people are actually, but
I bet there's very few carnies that aren't running from something. They are always fucking one step ahead of whatever's chasing them.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, I'll just give you a prize. You don't have to play the game. Just quit looking at me.
Carnies are constantly afraid of being served papers.
Just two little 12-year-old Amish boys watching a fucking methed out carny eat a Game Boy. Is this the game? How do we play?
I don't want to eat a Game Boy.
I bet the first bite you're kind of hesitant, but when you notice your teeth go through, you just keep eating.
Just to get through it.
Yeah.
Man, seeing somebody eat a Game Boy that would haunt me. That would have me shook for a while.
I just recently in conversation it came up talking about fairs, and it brought me up I was like 12, me and a buddy of mine, old enough where we could just wreak havoc at the fair, run around, right? Got a little of your own money in your pocket, and it was dead 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Perfect time to ride rides if you want to. And me and my buddy are going to go ride the giant ass swings, the big swings on a chain. They fucking start spinning. You get parallel with the ground. Real good time.
And you go out like parallel to the ground. Yep.
And I'm sitting there and I recognize that it's me and my buddy and this other kid who's about our age from, well, you know what it's like. There's a kid from 3 towns over. You don't go to school with him, but you saw him at a fucking basketball game.
You know who he is, yeah.
You know he's roughly your age because there's only 8 of those kids.
Yeah.
And we saw this kid. He was by himself, and his legs were just long enough that he could touch the ground. He was spinning himself in a circle, just getting that chain wound. I'm like, brother, I think you're in for it. But hey, man, this is going to be pretty cool if it works. Fucking, when we got spinning, that son of a bitch was doing fucking 1,400 RPMs a second. He was a blur. We heard a high-pitched wail come out of him. He was crying like a bitch. And then the puke came. Fucking pukes flying. And my buddy was the closer of the two. And he's getting like mad because he's getting splattered with it, Like when that fucking Carney finally woke up from his fucking stupor, saw that there was a kid dying. he fucking pulls the Jake breaker, kicks that belt off. When it came to a stop, he was just hanging a ragdoll like a marionette, just blubbering, crying, still just fucking puke from the top of his head to his toes. Every inch of his body was covered. It's like, what do you do? Like, he's not from that town. Like, does your mom bring spare clothes to the fair? Like, your fucking summer is ruined. What would have happened to you if you would have shit your pants at the state fair?
God.
Your mom would have had to homeschool you.
That'd have been the last fair I went to.
It's like I was wondering, who was that kid?
What's that kid doing now?
Yeah, fucking waking up in a cold sweat once a week, thinking about that moment.
Can we get him on the podcast?
Yeah. I just remember cranking my head to watch because it was hilarious. That fucking kid. I can't believe he was probably close to getting the bends. He was spinning so goddamn fast. It's just the most pathetic wail coming out of him.
Just cooing.
And then the fucking puke. So that dude fucking blew his fucking wad on mini donuts moments before he came up onto that ride.
Oh, too many smoked almonds.
Oh no.
Oh man, to be a dark passenger in that boy's mind when the switch flips from joy to terror.
Yep. I bet for the first 10 seconds you're like, this is gonna be pretty wild. This is gonna be fun. And then when you're all of a sudden you're getting horizontal, how terrifying is that? You're horizontal and you're spinning.
Spinning on the y-axis.
Yeah. You know what those chains do? They break.
Man, if you were riding that chains ride and it's going fast enough that you're parallel to the ground like you get, and one fucking linchpin goes, how far that would fling a boy. Oh shit. Fucking hammer throw a child across the parking lot.
Just get thrown completely through a fucking Carney game. Well, goddamn, he knocked down all the old milk jugs.
Well, we finally got to give away the big bear. Never thought I'd see the day.
Just
rested on his corpse. Holy moly. Phew.
I remember going to the state fair and there was a game where there's a little piece of paper, I don't know, size of a postcard in front of you, and there was a star in the middle of it. And there was a fully auto BB gun, and you had 100 BBs to perfectly shoot that star out but not rip the paper. Like you couldn't.
Yep, you had to cut it out, cut the shape out. Yep.
I remember looking, there was like 4 guns set up so 4 people could play. I remember looking over at the far gun to the left. That gun could turn a full 360. So like you could just fucking
turn around.
Just dump fucking full auto BBs into the people next to you. So yeah, I think we should really, it's fair for someone to be cautious at the fair.
Yeah. Have your head on a swivel if you're at a fair. Like, enjoy yourself. Play the games. Yeah, and get a corn dog.
Eat some corn dogs. I'm one of those people, I think fair food is whatever. But a goddamn fresh dip corn dog is a treat.
Tough to beat a hot corn dog.
You know what I think the problem is for me? I don't like fucking eating in July outdoors.
Yeah, no matter what you're serving.
You're in the sun. It's always windy. It's always fucking windy in the Midwest. So
we should be having fucking state fairs in the first weekend of October is when state fairs should be.
Yeah. Put a fucking windbreaker on and fucking party.
Yeah, let me wear a hoodie and eat fucking deep fried Oreos.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been a big fucking, hey, here's some silly shit that's deep fried. It's like, I'm sure some of it's pretty fucking revolutionary, but I think most of it's probably hasn't been done for a reason, you know?
I think the only thing I've ever had from that, like, fucking deep fried geek show is the deep fried Oreos. And they're fucking good. They're very good.
Yeah. That's tough to go wrong doing anything to an Oreo.
It's pretty donut adjacent, frankly, you know?
You're telling that to the nice woman that's preparing it.
I'm at Ribfest telling it to the same woman that I'm seeing Warrant with.
You're Anthony Bourdaining one of your friend's moms at the county fair.
You see the delicate balance of the batter and the umami. It's a real depth of flavor that comes out, especially the powdered sugar on top of the Oreos. Don't neglect that as I'm doing fucking gum bumps of the powdered sugar out of the bottom of the cardboard basket.
It's a simple process, and yet you have managed to fuck it up. Interesting. Marlin language.
Oh, they're doing Down Boys. Woo! Where the Down Boys go?
Not a bad song.
That's a fucking good song.
Yeah.
That whole record is good. Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich is a front to back good album.
We've given Warrant plenty of credit on this podcast over the
fucking
years.
A, we have.
Few podcasts go out of their way to give Warrant their flowers like we do.
If there's things that we have proven that we like on this show, like if you were to tally up every episode and the mentions that everything gets, like you would think that our favorite things are Arby's and Warrant. The Simpsons wouldn't be in the top 50.
Yeah. Wrestling's way before The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah. Terry fucking Gordy.
We've mentioned Terry Gordy more than Homer Simpson.
Yeah. Took me a little road trip this weekend, Nathan, and I went to Minneapolis and back just real quick overnight trip. And on the way down, I had motherfucking Taco John's for lunch.
Oh, did you?
Because we don't have Taco John's here anymore. So it's a food that I miss and crave. So I got Taco John's on the way down. And on the way back today, I got fucking Taco John's again in the same town, same city. I was coming back and I was hungry, so I went to Taco John's again. I ate Taco John's twice in the span of 20 hours.
I ate at a Taco John's within the last year after not doing it for a while, at least a year. And boy, it sucked.
What?
I was like,
no, I won't believe it.
The taste buds that it had destroyed had healed. I mean, potato olays, fuck, it can't go wrong. But the tacos themselves, fuck. I mean, I shouldn't say it was garbage. It was just fucking, I'd rather have Taco Bell.
You've said that before, and I don't know that I can get on board with you. Like the Olays are the star. Like you go to Taco John's because you want potato Olays.
Yeah.
But the food is also, I think, just as good as Taco Bell. It's drive-through Mexican food. You know, you can only expect so much.
I feel like my big thing is Taco Bell, I almost always get a chicken quesadilla. And I just, either they don't have a quesadilla at Taco John's or I just don't like it as much. That's all that decision.
They for sure have one.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about it. I don't like it nearly as much.
You're missing out on the Taco Bravo. It's the most revolutionary taco we've ever witnessed, Nathan. It is a hard shell taco, and then you take a tortilla and smear refried beans on it to serve as an adhesive that you then wrap around the hard shell taco. So you have a taco that is now both hard shell and soft shell. It is Schrodinger's taco, and it is amazing.
Fucking taco places are the dumbest fucking thing. It's always just, we have 7 ingredients. What kind of order can we put them in?
What different configurations can we put them in? Yeah.
It's like they have an 8-sided die and they just roll it at a corporate meeting.
Ground beef and potato olays. Okay, sure. That's what I had yesterday. I had a meat and potato burrito. I had a fucking beef meat and potato burrito.
Yeah, they got fucking potato olays coming out of their goddamn ears or shoving them in everything.
Yeah. They know that that's what people are here for, so they add them into all the rest of their entrees as well.
If you were to order the seafood taco from Taco John's, what fucking fish
How many potato
abomination.
olays are in it?
Yeah. Was that fish ever alive, or was it just fillets grown in a lab? If that fish had the capacity to scream,
it would never stop.
Born without eyes.
Just an amalgamation, just a pulsating fillet lump.
A faceless carp that they grow in a fetid pool.
No skin, no scales.
Oh, sick.
No bones.
Just writhing in agony.
Until
an
Lent
underpaid
comes
man
around.
just goes and grabs it and throws it into an industrial fan. Pulverizes it.
We got to sell fast food to Catholics on Fridays, so
Bon appetit.
here we go. I fucking love Taco John's. I also, on the trip back, had a bathroom, a gas station bathroom sequence. It doesn't involve me. It's just something I witnessed, and it's not even something nightmarish. It was just surreal. It was just a little shocking. Yeah. I stopped at a Cenex and I walk in the bathroom, and the bathroom layout is different than most. Like, as soon as you walk through the door, what you see are the stalls, and the toes are facing you. There are 3 stalls directly in front of you. That's all you see. The sinks are off to the left, and urinals are off to the right, kind of behind a corner. So I open the door, step in, and there are 3 stalls directly in front of me. Each has a pair of shoes occupying them, and they are all 3 just emptying themselves in loud unison. I don't know if I walked in on a contest that they were trying to gross each other out or something. I don't know if they were friends or strangers.
They're like colleagues when they're truckers and they see each other and like they always have to kind of alpha male each other by
holy moly, I was stunned is what I was. It was a cacophony of man sounds.
You look over your shoulder, there's a broken looking janitor holding a mop.
And a camera. It's for TikTok. Okay, I'm going to go.
Someone needs to know what I see.
Just this fucking symphony of BMs right in front of me.
God, get an audio of that would be incredible. They're
mild mannered as soon as they had an audience. They're a little stage fright happening. They slammed the doors pretty quick.
It is alarming to have someone sit down in the stall right next to you. They just start fucking going buck.
I'm too bashful for it. I don't have whatever that gene is.
Oh. I think the gene is when I'm sitting down on a toilet in a gas station, I am minutes, fucking seconds away from shitting myself.
Every dump is an emergency in your world.
I don't have the gene that takes to not shit in that scenario. I can hear the footsteps of the Terminator come into that bathroom. I am fucking loud and proud. I can't help it. When my cheeks hit porcelain, they're fucking running the show.
Not me. I'm clamping my anus shut, waiting for everybody to leave.
Yeah. And if I'm gonna shit, I may as well go for it and really fucking push. It'll give them something to talk about.
I just don't want to make eye contact then later with that guy.
Oh, really?
In line trying to pay for my Red Bull.
Oh, I'm maybe not outside of the bathroom, but if I'm in the bathroom, I'm not letting him get out of there without eye contact.
You want to look deep into the eye of who you traumatized.
God, if you walk into a bathroom and you got a shit, you should start playing Hulk Hogan's theme music right as the door opens. Just come in with some bravado.
Have Stone Cold's Glass Break lined up on your phone, ready to go.
Yeah, you do that. Just demolish your insides. That guy's stunned silent. Doesn't right when he's I can leave. That's when the glass breaks and the stall to his left gets destroyed.
Dun 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 wow.
And then the guy's like, "This is insane. I gotta get up." That's it. Oh, you didn't know? Now you 2 guys running. They both went in the same stall.
Holy shit.
They're both shitting.
There is 100% a market for these videos on TikTok. Just wrestler themed bathroom videos.
Trucker Dumps Volume 10.
2 dumps for TV. It doesn't even make sense.
They won't let us show these dumps. Also, we don't have video.
It's like becomes like the underground comedy movie. Remember that fucking thing?
Get a bunch of celebrities down on their luck to appear in interstitials between the dumps.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Kate Blanchett. Here's dump number 33.
I think Kate Blanchett's doing okay. I think Kate Blanchett has enough money she wouldn't agree to
Maybe we
these
could just trick
poo-poo
people
TikToks.
into it. Sir Anthony Hopkins, would you please read this card?
David Duchovny, I need you to flatly read the words to this Neon Genesis Evangelion theme song.
You somehow convinced Daniel Day-Lewis to do it, so it's the last thing that shows up on his fucking filmography.
On his IMDb page.
Yeah. Phantom Thread, 2015. The Worst Trucker Dumps, Volume 6, 2024.
Oh, shit.
I'd listen. I can't help it. I'd listen. It's like driving by a car wreck. I'd have to give it a little bit of a chance.
Yep. You couldn't not.
I laugh my ass off at the fucking TikTok videos of the girl laughing into the camera trying to stifle the noise of someone's fucking blasting their assholes inside out in the stall next to them.
You and I have different TikTok algorithms because I ain't seen that one.
I get a lot of that.
God damn it.
Anything where someone is genuinely stifling laughter is usually going to be good.
Sure, yeah. The majority of my algorithm has steered me down pretty exclusively cat videos and then like just 2-minute chunks from a movie. Like here's 120 seconds of air. Okay. It's Matt Damon talking to Michael Jordan's parents, I guess.
Thanks, I guess. Yes, maybe I'll watch the whole movie someday.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. My other favorite thing on TikTok, and I do get quite a few of these, it's people doing reactions to music they've never heard before.
Oh, yeah.
And it is almost exclusively, I don't know, I didn't seek this out. This is just what the algorithm's feeding me. It is almost exclusively young, cool black people and either heavy metal or classic rock.
Yep. I think someone figured that out and other people have just jumped on the wave. Because like every once in a while they'll slip up. It's like it's clear they've heard this song.
Sure.
But it's like, and then they're so rarely ever dismissive.
Oh yeah, they're almost always like, okay, you know?
Yep.
Or all the way up to like hype as fuck. Yeah.
Yep, because they want that fucking Def Leppard fan to watch the whole thing and fucking cream their sweatpants in excitement.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, this is like maybe a month ago now, the song that made its way through TikTok that was all these black people reacting to it was Black Betty by Ram Jam, and every one of them loved it, and for good reason, because that song fucking rocks. But every one of them just like, oh shit, all right, like sitting forward a little bit, like, what is this? That song fucking whips ass. Black Betty's a good ass song.
I mean, how many times do they play Black Betty at a Ram Jam show?
Oof. 4.
4. Yeah, I was just gonna guess 4.
What else are they gonna play?
You have the lead singer come out and do an acoustic version of Black Betty. You know, goddamn it, they had one hit. You know, so many bands wish they could have one.
They do Black Betty 4 times, and they tent pole it by just doing covers. They just do Skynyrd songs.
They shamelessly do covers of the people that were at the festival before them.
Yes.
You guys seem like you really liked the Romantics. Here's what I like about you. Just barely know how to play it.
I would listen to Ram Jam kind of trying to figure it out through the Romantics.
And it's every show's the same. They're terrified that everyone's gonna laugh at them, and then like the lead singer pulls, "God damn it, you guys, we're Ram Jam. We're not gonna let this taquito festival ruin us."
They can feel whenever they don't know when they're gonna play Black Betty, so they just play some filler songs, and once they feel the audience start to leave them, that they kind of nod to each other like, "Okay, here we go." Yeah. Hey! The whole crowd turns back around.
This is Tucson's third most relevant pork chop festival. If we fuck this up, we're ruined. So we're gonna play "Hips Don't Lie" by Shakira.
If we don't keep them on their feet tonight, we'll never play "Chop of the Mountain" again.
Top of the Chops is the best one to get. You do good at Chop of the Mountain, you get to do Top of the Chops.
It's like working your way up through the minors, working your way up through the pork chop festivals.
Some big sweaty butcher comes up to him after the show. "You guys were good. You were real good. But you ain't Top of the Chops." Just pat on the back. "I'm sorry, boys."
Maybe next year, fellas.
You know, we just passed our 50th anniversary. That's unfortunate.
We're hoping to do something special for it. I bet you were.
"Here's the pork chop, you fork and split."
One bone-in pork chop.
Right out of the pocket of his jacket.
They're all in their early 70s. They need to be eating better than this.
Ram Jam. If you remember Ram Jam and listening to this podcast, please reach out.
Holy moly.
America's Barley Basket.
I wonder if they know. I wonder if they know how popular they are on TikTok.
Also, welcome everyone.
Also, welcome to America's Barley Basket. I'm Marlon. That's Nathan. Holy moly.
Hour 30 we had about?
Holy fuck.
Hour 20 maybe.
I had a long weekend. I'm sleepy.
You all got your taco logged.
Yeah. Oh boy, don't say taco log.
My toilet gently weeps.
Oh shit.
I'm sure you're going to mention anyhow, but anyone that's listening to this, if you're in the greater Fargo metropolitan area, this weekend we will be telling goofs. 3 different shows, so you have no excuse not to make it.
Oh man, even if you're not in the Fargo, if you are in either of the Dakotas or Minnesota or Wisconsin, make the drive.
Yeah.
To
Manitoba.
Yep. Oh yeah. Get your passport. Yep. Come on down. Bring what's the bubbly chocolate candy that I like? Bring some of those.
Yeah, Aero bars.
Aero, the mint one specifically.
Yeah.
I like the mint chocolate one. Yeah, come to Fargo and see us at the Cellar this Friday and Saturday. 3 shows, 1 Friday, 2 on Saturday. It is going to be a blasty blast as Nathan and I co-headline alongside special guest Chase Rader, sweet angel baby Chase Rader, who you know from the theme song. All of the Barley Boys will be there.
It's all tying together.
It's going to be a real boy party.
Girls are allowed, but it's frowned upon.
I don't think it's frowned upon. Come, ladies, come too.
You won't be allowed in the VIP wrestling section.
Boys only. There's a no girls allowed sign on the door. Asses backwards. It's adorable.
They're getting real aggressive in there.
Really making a ruckus.
A lot of hugging.
Them boys ain't hugging.
You have like an after work fucking bonding party thing, and you're supposed to have those big inflatable sumo costumes, but the guy's van breaks down, so your boss just has everyone actually sumo fight.
Shirtlessly wrestle, yeah.
God damn it, Danette, you can leave your bra on. Don't fucking make this weird.
But she insists on taking it off.
Yeah. I'm not going to give you something else to grab onto. Playing to win.
Oh, shit. You're in HR. You shouldn't be doing this.
Man, I miss the days of ESPN having no budget, so they'd show sumo wrestling at 9 o'clock at night.
Dude, fucking sumo wrestling is awesome. Sumo wrestling is so much fun to watch.
A lot of pomp in sumo.
Oh, totally. Fucking entrance music and doing a little dance and fucking Fuji dust throwing, hiking up their fucking diapers and then just slamming into each other. I think sumo wrestling is rad.
Yeah. I just heard something recently that Vince McMahon wanted Yokozuna just to wear the diaper. And he's like, no, man, I'm not going to do that.
I need to wear real pants, you know.
Have to still go home and look my wife in the eye.
You're already making me, a big Samoan man, pretend to be a Japanese sumo wrestler.
I am not Japanese.
Don't put me through this, please.
Let me not wear a diaper to work. It's
What
not
an
even
ask.
that. Let me wear tights under the giant diaper.
Yeah, I'll still wear it. Just let me not have my ass cheeks hanging out.
I am not proud of my ass cheeks.
Vince would have to wait for Rikishi to come around before he could get some Samoan hams hanging out.
Yeah, he finally got it. He's a patient man.
Yeah. Playing the long game.
Yeah.
But no, sumo wrestling is a fucking blast to watch. If a sumo wrestler, not even a champion, just a middle of the road mid card sumo wrestler, burst into your bedroom right now and palm struck you in the chest, you would die.
And my heart would just stop.
A professional sumo wrestler could grab you by the waistband of those basketball shorts and huck you out your window.
That's why I always snip them.
Just in case sumo wrestlers come out. That's why I pull the drawstring out of every pair.
I ain't gonna let them get the drop on me.
Oh, I think sumo wrestlers are fucking dope. It's fun to fucking watch.
Do you know what it is they throw up in the air?
Salt.
Salt, yeah.
There's some manner of reason for it. There's some manner of purity, and then they do the dance to like show that their hands are empty, that they didn't bring a fucking knife to this sumo fight.
Which, as a man with a large gut, you could hide many a knife under their guts.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
You could hide a Gatling gun underneath some of those guys.
50 cal anti-material rifle.
Rikishi-san's going fucking wild bunch in here.
Shit. Where's that John Woo movie? Fuck a Silent Night. Give me sumo wrestler shootout. A sumo wrestler diving in slow-mo, shooting 2 guns at a time with doves behind him. Give me that movie, John Woo.
Salt in the air.
I don't need to. I've seen Detective Tequila do what he does. Give me a fucking gunfight and sumo man.
I'd watch.
Fuck, call it that.
Yeah. Gunfight sumo man.
I would watch sumo wrestling 100 times before you convince me to watch amateur collegiate wrestling.
Oh, fuck. That's 100%. I'm with you on that.
I'm at a point now. I'd rather watch an hour of sumo than an hour of MMA. And there was a time in my life I would have never assumed that'd be the case.
Yep. MMA, we've said it before, some of those guys are just too good at it. It's not aesthetically pleasing.
It's not fighting anymore.
I liked that, like, kind of fuck. I think it probably got lawsuits against. I think Bill Burr was attached to it originally. He would do commentary like 7-8 years ago where it's just drunk fighting. It's just
I'd watch that.
2 guys in the neighborhood have a beef and they decide to settle it in a boxing ring.
Huh.
The one thing though, all those guys, they get gassed.
Oh, yeah.
His fighting's
They end up just
exhausting.
hugging.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But if you can catch them where they're just both throwing haymakers, sometimes it's pretty remarkable. Like,
Yeah.
guys just walking face first into the biggest punch of their life.
No defense, no technique, 0 head movement. Everybody just in a straight line.
Naruto running into the biggest fist they've ever seen.
Oh man, once we got satellite TV in my teens, like I would occasionally watch, I think it aired on FX, that Tough Man fighting, where it was just like it was amateur boxing, wear a helmet and some gloves, and I think it was like no weight classes, just get in the ring.
Yep. God, I forgot about. They advertised that. They were hoping that'd really take off.
Yeah, I think FX aired that. Of all the things to air that.
Probably a case the good guys got too good. So it's like, fuck, this is just lesser quality MMA.
Yeah, it's just guys who don't want to move out of their hometown to pursue boxing professionally. Yeah. So they will just be the big fish in this tiny pond.
Yeah. They don't want to ever have a fight that lasts more than a minute.
Have you ever considered doing, the next time you need a Halloween costume, to just be a sumo man? You've got the hair up in a bun already.
No, I don't want to be shirtless. That's not the kind of attention I'm looking for. I also don't want my butt cheeks out.
That's go home heat. That's what that is. Yeah. That ain't good heat. That's go home heat.
Getting booed when you walk in. No, I will faithfully keep doing my deviled egg costume. I found one that works.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I'm not about being creative on Halloween anymore. I'm just simpler the better. But I don't want to do something completely pointless. So I think the deviled egg one is good enough.
Yeah, good and clever enough. Like you stumbled on one to just stick by.
Yeah. God,
I bet you and I could put on a hell of a sumo match now that I'm thinking about it. I bet if you and I took our shirts off and threw some salt around.
I think people are like captivated by it because we're fucking selling it so hard.
Yeah, you and I could sell some tickets. We'd put butts in seats.
How does sumo work? It's when both of your hands hit the ground is when you start. I think both fists have to touch. I
think there's some manner of start. I don't think it's just like, hands on the ground, go. You know?
Oh, see, I thought there was one guy has both fists down, and then the other guy just slowly, and as soon as the second one touches, they smash. But
okay, that could be, but I had it in my head that they both get into their stance, and then somebody else says, go.
George Bush Sr. was president the last time I watched sumo, so I don't know why I'm acting like I know.
And what serendipity, because didn't he throw up in the lap of the Japanese prime minister
he
when he visited Japan?
I forgot about that.
Yeah. and then it's just get the other guy out of the ring or off his feet.
Yep.
It's just King of the Hill. It's just out of the circle.
Yeah, and then either fall down or step out of the ring.
Yeah, you can grab onto the diaper, and you can no closed punches, just palm strikes.
But God, some of those palm strikes are brutal.
They're so brutal. There's a reason E Honda uses it.
I'm pretty sure you can palm strike a guy in the chin.
Right in the fucking face. Yep.
Like an uppercut palm strike from a guy whose arm weighs 175 pounds would suck so much.
Holy shit.
How long would I be unconscious for? 6 weeks.
Did Jackass ever do this? They should have if they didn't. Like they did that thing where they had Johnny fight Butterbean and got knocked the fuck out.
I think maybe Johnny or Ryan Dunn fought that really good Vietnamese or Thai woman who was like a champion kickboxer
lady. Yep, yeah. It was Ryan Dunn. She fucking kicked the shit out of poor Ryan Dunn.
Caught him in the jaw so fucking flush. God, he was dreaming on his feet.
They should have done a sumo one. Yeah. Maybe they did. Maybe I'm just forgetting it.
I feel like one of us would remember it if it happened, but
they even had a bunch of videos where they go to Japan.
Yeah. Like all those shows, they got to go to Japan because people around here start to recognize them. That's what Tom Green did.
Yeah, you can't do sabotage TV if everybody recognizes you. That's why Johnny made that Bad Grandpa movie. He wanted to keep making those, but everybody knows him. They might not recognize his old man character.
Yep, put him in a costume. Good point. Yeah.
All right, bud. We're recording this one on Sunday remotely over the internet. I wasn't able to stick around the cities and do one live with you, but boy howdy, I'll see you this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Friday and Saturday in Fargo at the Cellar. Tickets available online, frontstreettaproom.com. At least they are now, as you're hearing this. Sell it out.
Yeah, that'd make us very happy.
Come see your boys. Yeah, don't make your boys sad. Come to the boy party.
We don't ask for much. We're not pushing a Patreon on you. We're not doing all sorts of stuff.
We don't run any ads.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, we don't get advertisers.
Yeah. So many people are asking us to air their ads, but we say no.
Yeah.
Our 7 fans deserve more.
So yeah, come to the boy party this weekend. FrontStreetTaproom.com for tickets. Come watch Nathan and I headline, and special guest Chase Raider, sweet angel baby Chase Raider. And that about does it. We'll see you at the show, or we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.